We have here two sides of a triangle and an angle between those two sides. And so this is side, angle, side. And for side, angle, side, to solve the triangle, we're going to use the law of cosines. For the law of cosines, from side, angle, side, we're going to start by finding the side opposite the angle that we know. So we want to find side length b. So the law of cosines, we have b squared equals a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cosine of the angle b. So plugging those in, the things that we know, we've got 22 squared plus 24 squared minus 2 times 20, I guess I should keep it the same order so we don't get confused. 22 times 24 times the cosine of 107 degrees. And then, of course, to solve for b, we're just going to do the square root of that, and I'm just going to be lazy about that and do it right there. Okay, so we're going to plug this into our calculator. We've got the square root of 22 squared plus 24 squared minus 2 times 22 times 24 times the cosine of 107. And we get about 37 for b. b equals 37. All right, so I've got these, I've got all three sides now, and I've got my angle. So I've got my 170 degree angle, and then I've got my side opposite that is 37, and then my 22 and 24. So I just need these two angles here, and now I can use the law of sines or the law of cosines to find those. I'm going to go with the law of sines because I think for me, it makes a little bit more sense, and it seems a little bit easier. So these sides I'll go and label. That was A, C, and B. So to find angle A, I can do sine of A over side length A equals sine of B over side length B. And then if I multiply both sides by 22, I have sine of A equals 22 sine of 107 degrees over that 37. And then I'll do the inverse sine of that to get the A. So let's go ahead and do that here. And I'm actually going to use the exact form. Instead of 37, I'm going to use that just to make sure that I'm not doing any, making any mistakes with my rounding. So sine inverse of 22 sine of 107, and then over, and it's not that 37, it's the, well, let's see if it'll put that in the right spot. Oh, it didn't. That's disappointing. Let's go ahead and I'm just gonna type the whole thing right there, just to make sure that I've got the right thing. So that 22 squared plus 24 squared minus 2 times 22 times 24 times the cosine of 107. And so that's my angle A, about 34.7. 34.7. All right, and now I've got two angles, so I can find my third angle by subtracting those from 180. 180 degrees minus 107 minus the 34.7. Let's go ahead and do that here. 180 minus 107 minus that angle there. And we get about 38.3. So C equals 38.3 degrees. And that is, that's our solved triangle. We've got all three angles and all three sides. We also want to find the area of this triangle, and for that we have a formula. When you have side angle side, we have a formula that says the area of the triangle is 1/2 times the two sides, in this case A and C, times the sine of the angle between them. And so we can just plug in what we were given initially, 1/2 times 22 times 24 times the sine of 107 degrees. And now if we just plug this into our calculator. A half times 22 times 24 times the sine of 107. And we get 252.5, about 252.5.